what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Whether you're new to aviation or an experienced pilot looking to advance your skills, Go Vertical Aviation has you covered. With an excellent learning atmosphere and a staff committed to excellence in education, Go Vertical Aviation will customize a learning program just for you. For more information, go to goverticalaviation.com or call 256-412-5226. Be sure to follow Go Vertical Aviation on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn.
Don't just go. Go vertical.
Boutique Air in Muscle Shoals, Alabama offers direct flights to Atlanta, Nashville, and Pensacola. Boutique Air service runs twice daily, 7 days a week, with fares starting at $59. Follow Boutique Air Muscle Shoals on Facebook at Boutique Air MSL and book your flight through boutiqueair.com. Boutique Air,
where you can fly private for the cost of commercial.
no representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers. My wife and I sat down with Harlan Mitchell and discussed our own estate planning needs. I know in our experience, Harlan brought up questions that caused us to think about our current situation and what we need to do moving forward. When you sit down with Harlan for your free consultation, you're going to find out things that you may have not thought about when it comes to estate planning. I encourage you to go to BamaEstatePlanning.com or give Harlan Mitchell a call at 256-216-9884 and schedule your free consultation today.
Would you like enhanced energy, better moods, less fatigue, help with allergies, better sleep, mental clarity, or just want improvement of your overall immune health and well-being? Do you need to recover from intense activities, workouts, or sports? Then IV therapy at the Drip Factor inside Trinity Medical Center is right for you. Our IV drips are filled with nutrients, vitamins, and minerals that will help your body replenish, restore, and achieve your wellness goals. For more information, visit trinity-medicalcare.com and schedule your appointment today at Trinity Medical Center, located at 500 Governors Drive.
Experience the difference at Athens Bible School. The vision and purpose is to provide each student a quality education in a Christ-centered environment to develop the whole person spiritually, mentally, physically, and socially in safe and supportive surroundings. The solid biblical foundation permeates learning and culture in the classrooms and every extracurricular activity.
Hey everybody, this is Daryl Worley, and you're listening to The Mark White Show. Hey, step up and make a difference like he does.
Hey y'all, this is Jeff Foxworthy, and you can make a huge difference in somebody's life. You just may not have figured out how yet, and that's why you're listening to The Mark White Show.
Hi, this is Maggie Peterson. I played Charlene Darling on The Andy Griffith Show, and you are listening to The Mark White Show.
Hi folks, this is Ricky Skaggs, and you're listening to The Mark White Show.
Hello, I'm Gene Stallings, and this is The Mark White Show. Get off the sideline and get involved and make a difference in your community.
You are listening to The Mark White Show. My daddy is your host, Mark White.
Do something good today.
Welcome to a Wednesday edition of the Mark White Show. I am your host, Mark White. Yesterday afternoon, I had LeyAnn Bennett reach out to me about Baker Shoemaker of Fairview, Alabama, to share about his particular situation. His family went to the doctor thinking he had strep, and he was diagnosed with leukemia. Now the community and the surrounding area is coming together to help the Shoemaker family, and I wanted to be able to share Baker's story, his family's story, so that you can be part of this effort and help to support this family as they move forward with his cancer battle. Right now, I'd like to welcome to the show LeyAnn Bennett. Welcome to the Mark White Show, LeyAnn.
Thank you so very much. This means so much to us.
Absolutely. When we talk about Baker Shoemaker, we're talking about a 2-year-old child.
Yes, sir. Precious little 2-year-old child. He had been running a fever off and on, and his family took him to the doctor thinking that he had strep throat. In less than 3.5 hours, they were sitting at Children's Hospital in Birmingham, and then 2 hours later, he was having his first chemo treatment. This was something that was just totally, it just slapped them in the face. They had no idea that this was even anything to be worried about.
You know, I saw a video yesterday, LeyAnn, from Fairview High School, and both Trent and Harley Joe went to Fairview High School, and I saw where the school was supporting this upcoming effort as well.
Oh, absolutely. That's one thing I can say about the Fairview Aggie Nation is we are family. When you have been at Fairview School for any length of time, you feel that love, and our Fairview family pulls together at any chance we get to prove how strong our Aggie Nation is. And this doesn't just mean when you're in school. I'm an alumni from Fairview High School also. I'm actually a third generation, but now my children are fifth generation alumni. Fourth generation alumni, and they're fifth generation. We are just a community of support for each other. That's how this all got started. My children were best friends with Harley Joe when they were growing up from the time they were born. And Trent and Harley then became high school sweethearts, and then married after high school, and now have precious little Baker.
How long ago, LeyAnn, did they find out about the leukemia diagnosis?
About a month ago, just over a month ago. So we are throwing this event together and doing all we can to help them. We've never done anything like this, so it's all new. We've had to learn as we go, just to help them. She had to quit her job, and he had to take a leave of absence. He's also a preacher, so we are just doing what we can to help get them back and forth to treatment, meals, anything like that. But they do have health insurance. But as you know, that doesn't mean it pays it all.
Absolutely not. And there's so many expenses that will come up for this family. And as we think about last year and over the past few months, what COVID has done, and then to find out that there's a diagnosis, I try to tell listeners that are in a healthy situation right now that you just don't know what can happen. In these situations, sometimes we have to think about the fact that life continues on outside of COVID, and that heart attacks and cancer and strokes and all these various things that have always happened to people continue to happen. And these small children that are diagnosed, they need our help. They need our support. The families need our support, because as you mentioned, when a mom has to quit her job, a father who's a preacher has to take a leave of absence, then suddenly there are some major financial challenges that go along with this.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's what we're hoping to be able to do. Is we know we can't alleviate it all, but we can alleviate as much as we possibly can. That way that this family can truly focus on Baker's care and getting Baker well and into a remission state. He is taking chemo every Monday in Birmingham, so they have to travel back and forth to there. And then he's also on oral chemo every day. This little boy will at times be able to play a little bit, but then at times he will just be crying and saying, "Mommy, it hurts." And he will, touch different parts of his body, his head, his shoulders. As you know, leukemia is blood cancer. So, his pain is not localized to one area. And at 2.5 years old, he doesn't understand why it hurts. And he doesn't understand why he can't get out and run in the yard and play like he did. Because, they have to be very, very careful with what's going on. So, we just want to be able to help however we can. And the support that you've provided, I saw where you sent everything to the different news stations. You have no idea how grateful we are that you stepped in and are helping us spread the word about this event on Saturday.
Well, that's exactly what I feel like I'm here for, LeyAnn, when I'm trying to make a difference in the lives of others. And when someone like yourself sends me a message and tells me about a little guy like Baker, then I want to help, and I want to help the family. And I see a person like yourself who wants to organize an event, and it sounds like you have some people who have stepped up with you, but it is very hard to organize an event and to think about all the different things that go into it, especially when it comes to trying to bring awareness or attention to it. And I just feel like part of what I'm here to do is to be a vehicle to help get the word out for efforts like yours. If you're going to put in the work and you're going to go through the struggle of putting together an event like the first annual Baker Shoemaker Truck Car Show and more, then I want to be there to try to help you.
Well, and like I said, we are so appreciative. And, when you walk in your purpose, God rewards that. And so we honestly feel like this has led us to walk into a deeper purpose than we even knew we needed to be a part of. And so, we're just turning it over to God. We're praying for Him to bring the trucks, bring the cars, bring all the kids for the bouncy houses and slides. Just open the floodgates and send them in. And it may be a long, tiring, hot day, but you know what? We don't care. It's for Baker, and he's got some long, tiring days ahead of him. So we can make it for one if he can make it for many.
Absolutely. I have a friend that posted a couple of days ago that they listened to a particular podcast. It's called Excel Still More, and it's a friend of mine, Chris Emerson, and she basically said that listening allows her to think about being more and doing more. I hope that the Mark White Show does that. As people are listening right now and they're looking for their purpose, they're looking for something to do to make a difference, I hope that they think about 2-year-old Baker Shoemaker, they think about Trent and Harley Joe, and think about this family in Fairview, Alabama, and want to make a difference in the life of the Shoemaker family as he faces leukemia. And if it's okay with you, LeyAnn, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, I want to share about the details of the event that is coming up, the first annual Baker Shoemaker Truck Car Show and more, and then let people know how they can donate, how they can contribute, even people that are not in the Coleman area in central Alabama beyond, because we have people across the country and the world who listen to this show. So I want people to know how they can help wherever they are, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, folks, right now we're talking to LeyAnn Bennett in Fairview, Alabama, as we talk about 2-year-old Baker Shoemaker, who was diagnosed with leukemia. His family took him to the doctor because they thought he had strep, and then they found out that he had leukemia, and just a few short hours later, he was at Children's of Alabama receiving chemo treatment for cancer. We want to try to help Baker Shoemaker and his family at this time, and I hope that you'll stick with us as we talk about this special event that's coming up on Saturday, so you don't have long. I want you to make your plans on the 29th. I know that there are a lot of activities that are coming up because of Memorial Day on the 31st, but I want you to put this on your calendar, May 29th, and we're going to talk more about it when we come back. You're listening to The Mark White Show, and I'm your host, Mark White.
little wink, a pat on the back, a big old hug, a little laugh. We can make a difference. All we have to do is try. Yeah, every day's a chance to change somebody else's life. Let's all do something good today.
Whether you're new to aviation or an experienced pilot looking to advance your skills, Go Vertical Aviation has you covered. With an excellent learning atmosphere and a staff committed to excellence in education, Go Vertical Aviation will customize a learning program just for you. For more information, go to goverticalaviation.com or call 256-412-5226. Be sure to follow Go Vertical Aviation on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn.
Don't just go. Go vertical.
Boutique Air in Muscle Shoals, Alabama offers direct flights to Atlanta, Nashville, and Pensacola. Boutique Air service runs twice daily, 7 days a week, with fares starting at $59. Follow Boutique Air Muscle Shoals on Facebook at Boutique Air MSL and book your flight through boutiqueair.com. Boutique Air,
where you can fly private for the cost of commercial.
the best way to buy, sell, and experience land is with Jonathan Berryhill. For your farm, ranch, recreational, hunting, timber, and acreage needs, contact National Land Realty Professional Jonathan Berryhill at 256-874-7354 or email at jberryhill@nationalland.com. Be sure to follow Jonathan Berryhill with National Land Realty on Facebook. This is your land. Thompson Roofing and Construction is a locally owned family business serving the North Alabama and Southern Tennessee area. They are a Better Business Bureau A+ member since 2011 and a GAF Master Elite Contractor. Give them a call at 256-952-3309 or check them out on the web at 256roofing.com. They offer free inspections.
Thompson Roofing and Construction.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers. Losing a loved one is hard, but losing a loved one and not having an estate plan is even harder. Attorney Harlan Mitchell witnessed what not having an estate plan can do to families and decided to use his experience to do something about it. I encourage you to go to BamaEstatePlanning.com or give Harlan Mitchell a call at 256-216-9884. Again, that website is BamaEstatePlanning.com. Let Harlan Mitchell help you with estate planning. Do it for those you love, and do it today.
He's got a cold, nothing to worry about.
Just need a couple of stitches.
Your COVID rapid test is negative.
Oh boy, X-ray shows it's broken.
Trust Trinity Medical Care when you need urgent care or routine medical care. Walk-ins are welcome, or let Trinity help you virtually with telemedicine. Visit trinity-medicalcare.com for more information and follow them on Facebook. Trinity Medical Care, where your care comes first. Located on Governor's Drive in South Parkway.
Hey everybody, this is Paul Overstreet, and you are listening to The Mark White Show. Stay tuned because Mark is doing some things on his show that's helping his community and uplifting people, so you stay with him.
He drives into the city, works extra hard all day, finishes up early so he can get away. Blue-eyed kid on second base wants dad to watch him play.
Welcome back to a Wednesday edition of the Mark White Show. Right now, I have on the line with me LeyAnn Bennett from Fairview, Alabama, as we talk about Baker Shoemaker. He's a 2-year-old. He's a toddler, and he's been diagnosed with cancer, leukemia to be more specific. And we want to try to help Trent and Harley Joe Shoemaker and their family as they move forward with this battle. Baker's currently being treated at Children's of Alabama. Welcome back to the Mark White Show, LeyAnn Bennett.
Thank you so much, Mark.
One of the things that I noticed, LeyAnn, and we talked about Fairview and the community coming together, he has a lot of family support. There are some really amazing people in this family who have stepped up and want to make a difference in Baker's life, and they want to try to alleviate whatever financial difficulty, whatever strain it causes Trent and Harley Joe. And I want listeners to be able to do the same thing.
Absolutely. Like you said, you have listeners all around the country, and we would be more than happy to have people donate anything, whether it be, money, or if it's time, or if it's, just anything that they can do to help us love on this family. The event on Saturday, it began, my youngest son, Tucker, is in a truck club. And I don't know, I'm sure you've seen the current trend right now is they're jacked up in the front and squatted in the back. And these truck clubs, they have meets all over the place. And so when the day we found out this about Baker, my son, I called him and told him. And about an hour later, he called me back. And he said, Mom, I've been talking to some of the truck club organizers, and I want to have a truck meet and raise money for Baker. And I said, okay, well, that sounds like a great idea. And so he said, I just need you to help me figure out somewhere that I can have it. So we started out talking to Fairview, the town of Fairview, about where we might could host it there. And so they were going to let us have the parking lot that is at the community center. And, it's decent size. So we went, looked at it, spoke with them, and they were more than happy to let us use it. So my son started talking to the different truck clubs and telling them about it. And it started growing and growing and growing. And we quickly realized the parking lot at the community center was not going to house us. We started getting people, hey, we want to volunteer. Can we help you by cooking hamburgers and hot dogs? Hey, well, what about let's get some things for the kids? Can you find some inflatable companies? Well, the next thing we know, they're wanting to bring inflatables for the day. We had an insurance agent contact Tucker and say, hey, it was Dallas Attaway, and she said, I'd like to get all the trophies made for the awards for the day. And so this thing just quickly grew. And like I said, I honestly believe when you're walking in your purpose, God rewards that. Little did we know this was our purpose. Our intent is we have this as the first annual because we intend to do this every year. It will still be named the Baker Shoemaker Truck and Car Show and more. But hopefully by this time next year, we will be able to embrace another family that is going through this same thing with their child and be able to continue this year after year for any family in our area that we may can help that's going through a leukemia diagnosis like this.
This is so great, LeyAnn, and I appreciate the fact that you all see moving forward. There will unfortunately be a child, seems like every few months, that has a diagnosis and they need help. And when you create an event like this that can be perpetual, that will continue to help other children, I know that families can look and say, well, my child's healthy right now. Well, what about the day when they're not? And unfortunately, there's someone out there who is yet to receive this diagnosis and they will need help. And it's people like yourself and the team of people that you're surrounded with who decide to start an event like this that are able to help these families. So people who are listening right now, I want you to think about what you can do for Baker Shoemaker. I want you to think about his parents, Trent and Harley Joe, as they go through this with Baker. And I want you to think about other young people who will be diagnosed in the future and how the first annual Baker Shoemaker Truck and Car Show and more will benefit these families moving forward. So, LeyAnn, if you will, share the details of this event, how people can be in attendance on Saturday, May 29th in Coleman, Alabama.
So on Saturday, this coming Saturday, of course, we will be there very early. We intend for the event to begin around 12:30. It's at the Coleman County Ag Center, which is on Highway 31, Vinemont. It'll be across from the Career Center that houses our career technical schooling for our county students here in Coleman. It's going to be a truck meet, car show, hot rods. We've got inflatables. We're going to be serving hamburgers, hot dogs, barbecue sandwiches, and we just intend for us to try to have a really fun day. There will be prizes awarded for the trucks and cars. We're going to be giving away door prizes where you just sign up as you come in the gate, and we'll be drawing for those during the day. We've had some great donors that have donated gift certificates and goodie boxes and things like that. We have some amazing donors that have stepped up to the plate and have helped us with food costs and things like that. So we really, we're so nervous because this is our first time doing anything like this. So we're nervous about the turnout. All we can do is put it to God, let Him know we feel we're walking in our purpose, and let Him bring those of you that can come out, bring y'all to Coleman on Highway 31 at the Coleman Ag Center. Bring your families, walk in your purpose, let God bring you there. And I promise a fun day will be had by all. This baby's precious. He needs us. Let's love on him.
I'm going to continue to do everything I can, LeyAnn, to help spread the word for Baker and the Shoemaker family. So the Mark White Show's in your corner, and whatever I can do, just reach out and send me a message. I know we have just a few short days before the first annual Baker Shoemaker Truck and Car Show and more, but we'll continue to spread the word, get the word out. And if people want to donate, if they're not in the area, how can they donate? How can they contribute? Do you have some avenues for them to do that?
You guys can find me on Facebook. It's Tera LeyAnn Yancy Bennett, and contact me that way, and we can get a plan together. We have a meeting set up with the bank today to put together the foundation to get the ability to have it be tax deductible and things like that. In the meantime, like I said, you can contact me via Facebook. You can also contact me by telephone. I have no problem giving my number. It's area code 256-339-7824. Any and all support will be graciously appreciated and will be used directly for Baker's care and for their family needs, such as house payments, just air conditioning,
yes.
Everything from power to water and the whole 9 yards. So whatever any of your listeners can do, we would so appreciate it. And Mark, you have no idea how much we appreciate the fact that you've taken time to speak with us about this and help us spread the word to help us love on this family the way they need it.
Let's continue to stay in contact. What we can do to help as you talk to the bank, as you talk about different ways to fundraise, please let me know so that I can get the word out to listeners, and people can follow, of course, the Mark White Show on social media, and I will be sharing these things as they come to be, LeyAnn, so please stay in contact with me about all the different things that come up to help Baker and his family.
I absolutely will. No worries there.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me here on the Mark White Show today to share about 2-year-old Baker Shoemaker of Fairview, Alabama, as he battles leukemia.
Thank you so much for having me. We're honored.
Folks, you know we're here to make a difference. We're here to share the stories of those who encourage and inspire, and you have just heard LeyAnn Bennett from Fairview, Alabama, as she shares about 2-year-old Baker Shoemaker and his mom and dad, Trent and Harley Joe Shoemaker, and the battle that they are facing as Baker has leukemia. He's being treated at Children's of Alabama, and we want to help. May the 29th, that's Saturday, coming up, I want you to be part of this special event as we help Baker Shoemaker. It's called the first annual Baker Shoemaker Truck and Car Show and more. We hope that you'll be a part of this effort at the Coleman Ag Center on Highway 31 in Coleman, Alabama, Saturday, May the 29th, beginning at 12:30 p.m. until everybody's ready to go home. Come help us help this precious boy and his family. If the Mark White Show is making a difference in your life, I hope that you'll share it with your friends, your neighbors, and your family. Let them know about stories like Baker's so that they can find their purpose. They can do something to make a difference in the lives of others. I hope you'll follow The Mark White Show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also on LinkedIn, and subscribe to The Mark White Show podcast via Apple iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Audio Boom, SoundCloud, Blueberry, YouTube, and TuneIn Radio. You have been listening to a Wednesday edition of The Mark White Show, and this is Mark White, encouraging you to find your purpose by making a difference in someone's life today.
Who live and love in my hometown. These are my kind of people.
Hello there, everybody. This is DJ Svoboda with the Imagine Friends of Imagiville, dedicated to spreading autism acceptance and autism inclusion, and you're listening to The Mark White Show.
Hi, everybody. This is DJ Thomas. You know, raindrops may be falling on your head, but on Kyla's corner, she's living life sunny side up.
Nothing seems to fit. You are my sunshine, my only.
This is Kyla Carter of Kyla's Corner. You can hear my segment every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time and 11 a.m. Eastern Time on The Mark White Show. Remember to tune in every Saturday and always live life sunny side up.
Please don't take my sunshine away.
Is it time for a haircut? Go see my friends Philip Butler and B.H. Parker at Southwind Barbershop, located at 1637 Lee Street in Rogersville, Alabama. Give them a call at 256-247-5658. That's 256-247-5658.
If you like hickory smoked ribs that fall apart at the slightest pull, or barbecue shoulders that are so slow smoked each tender bite melts in your mouth, then you are going to love Baby Jack's Barbecue. Baby Jack's Barbecue in Bartlett and Arlington. Try the barbecue chicken, beef brisket sandwich, barbecue potato, it is huge, or the Baby Jack Trio, pork, turkey, or beef brisket sliders. You like wet ribs? They like dry ribs. Get one slab that has them both. Catering? Baby Jack's can feed a family or an army. Drive in, drive through, order online, or come in and set a minute. Baby Jack's Barbecue in Bartlett at Highway 70 in Appling, or in Arlington at Highway 70 just a block west of 385.
Hello, my name is Christian Martinez. I'm a rising senior at Athens Bible School. My school is great because of the wonderful environment in which students can grow and flourish. We have great academics that include the University Preparatory Diploma and dual enrollment courses that lead to an associate's degree before high school graduation. All my teachers and the school's employees are Christians who are devoted to the welfare of students. We have an excellent student body, competitive sports program, and study the Bible first thing every day. It's a great place. Please consider joining us at ABS next year, or give that special child in your life the great opportunity I have.
Mr. Cecil Batchelor is the one that started this business as Dependable Service Center. And even though now it's Green's Dependable Hardware and we're a True Value store, our tagline is still Your Dependable Service Center. We've tried to keep that alive for all these years. Mr. Batchelor really started a good business. We're really excited to be carrying on a long-standing tradition. It's the oldest retail store in the city of Russellville. We're Green's Dependable Hardware, 15220A Highway 43 in Russellville, Alabama. We're right behind McDonald's or right across the street from the hospital. Number is 256-331-0123.
Your Dependable Service Center.
Oh, won't you hear me, people, when I say, well, let's all do something good today.